श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नाम्नि नमस्ते सरस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
Chaitanya
श्रीवासादि गौर
Prabhu
हरे
Nityananda
कृष्णा
Sri
हरे
Advaita Gadara Swasati Gaura Bhakta Vinda
राम हरे राम
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Anyone remembers what we discussed in our last session? Anyone would like to share or summarize? Yes.
Prabhuji, in the last session, we discussed verses 36 to 38,
Correct.
in which we learned that if we get spiritual knowledge, if we recognize our relation with the Lord Krishna, that we are the eternal servants of Lord Krishna. If we are well situated in Krishna consciousness, we can easily cross over the vast ocean of material world. And all our fruitive actions, whether bad or good, will be burnt in that fire of knowledge. And we will be spared. We will not have to. We will not have these the miseries of repeated births and deaths.
Correct. Yes, anyone else would like to add something?
Hare Krishna, in this world there is nothing is sublime and pure transcendental knowledge. With this transcendental knowledge, we can cross over this material world, and self-realization is the most important thing. Without self-realization, we cannot reach to Lord Krishna.
So we discussed verse number 36 to 38, three verses from the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, named Transcendental Knowledge. So what is the transcendental knowledge that Krishna has shared in these four verses? Verse number 35th, 36th, 37th, 38. So what is that? That Krishna is mentioning that we are part and parcel of Krishna, we belong to Krishna. We all are his part, and Krishna is mentioning they are in me, they are mine. So this is the aspect of transcendental knowledge that Krishna is sharing. Then Krishna is mentioning, with the help of this transcendental knowledge, even the most sinful person can easily cross over the ocean of miseries with the help of this transcendental knowledge. This transcendental knowledge is so potent, just like fire burns down the wood into ashes. Same way, this transcendental knowledge can burn down all our reactions of material activities, whether it may be punya or it may be papa. All can be burned down into ashes. Further, Krishna was mentioning this transcendental knowledge is very, very pure. And this knowledge is the mature fruit of mysticism. Those who practice yoga, yoga siddhi, such person that Krishna in the further chapter of Bhagavad Gita is also mentioning in the 7th chapter. Bhaunam janmanam ante gyan manmam prapadyante vasudevam sarvamiti sahamatmasu dullabha. After taking many births, Bhaunam janmanam ante gyan manmam prapadyante, After taking many, many births, a person who acquires this transcendental knowledge will understand Vasudevam Sarvamiti, that Vasudeva Krishna is all in all. There is nothing beyond Krishna. Like that, he will understand. And once he understands this knowledge, once he acquires this knowledge, such a person is very, very rare. Saha Mahatmasu Durlabha. So we'll continue verse number 39. Very interesting verse. I'll just pull up Bhagavad Gita. So all of you please join in chanting this shloka. Shraddhavallabhate jnanam
श्रद्धालवते ज्ञानं
tatparasam yatendriyaha
तत्परां
तत्परासं
संयेतेन्द्रियाः
यमेन्द्रियः
jnanam latva param shantim
ज्ञानं लब्धा
ज्ञानं
शान्ति
लब्धिं
achirenadhigacchati.
मचिरेणाधिगच्छति
अचिरेण गच्छति.
Anyone would like to chant this shloka?
तत्परं लभते ज्ञानं तत्परसंगतेन्द्रिय ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिमचिरनिर्गच्छति
Wonderful. Anyone else?
तद्भावैर्लाभाते ज्ञानं तत्परा समेतेन्द्रियः ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिम् अचिरेन्धि
Wonderful. Anyone else?
श्रद्धावाल लभते ज्ञानम तत्पर सम्यतेन्द्रिय ज्ञानम लब्ध्वा परम शांतिम अचिरेणाधिगच्छति.
Yes, anyone else?
श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानं तत्परा सम्यात्रिन्द्रिय ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिम् आचिरेनधिगच्छति.
Wonderful. Yes, someone else?
श्रद्धावल्लभते ज्ञानं तत्परा समयेतेन्द्रिय ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिम् अचिरेन्द्रि गच्छति.
Wonderful. Yes, someone else?
श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानं तत्परः संयतेन्द्रिय ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परं शान्तिम् अचिरेन्धि गच्छति.
Wonderful. Yes, someone else? Alright. We'll read the translation. A faithful man who is absorbed in transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. So here Krishna is mentioning a person who is faithful, Shraddha Vallabhate Jnanam. And his faith is basis on what basis? Is basis on the transcendental knowledge. His faith is not just blind faith. Many people they say andhvishwas, blind faith, blindly we are following, right? So this is not what Krishna is encouraging here. If you see 4 verses before, Krishna himself is mentioning or encouraging tad viddhi paripadena pariprashnena seveya. What he is encouraging? Pariprashna. Don't just surrender with blind faith. Surrender on the basis of this transcendental knowledge. And who subdues his senses? Again, if you see various places, Krishna is bringing control over the senses. Subdue senses means he has control over his senses. Quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. That is the peace formula. What is that? A person who is having transcendental knowledge, a person who has control over his senses, can experience the peace. Just like, suppose you have to get your child admitted into a school or college. So you will see, especially I remember when I was very young, not even young, I was a kid. I still remember when I have to take admission for my primary education. You complete your play school and all, you get admitted into your primary education. So for that, I remember my parents, they went for at least some 5, 6 schools they explored. They went took me to 5, 6 schools. I still remember some those days that they took me to all those schools, and they also inquired a lot which school is better, which school is affiliated to which board, and all those things. Based on that, they took a decision. They placed a faith in particular school, that this school can give a good education to my child. This school is near to our home, so our child can commute very easily. This school is well renowned. This school is affiliated to CBSE board. This school, like a lot of other, like my cousins and all, they have studied. So let us get him admitted into this particular school. So on what basis? On the basis of certain knowledge. Or the knowledge is gained after certain analysis. They got to be admitted into a particular school. Same way Krishna is mentioning here, a faithful man who is absorbed in transcendental knowledge, who has this knowledge. What is that knowledge? Knowledge of the self. He knows himself. Who is he? And when he understands that he is part and parcel of that Supreme Lord Krishna, that he belongs to Krishna, then he can attain that peace. He can experience the peace. Right? We'll read the purport and we will try to understand more in detail. Such knowledge in Krishna consciousness can be achieved by a faithful person who believes firmly in Krishna. One is called a faithful man who thinks that simply by acting in Krishna consciousness he can attain highest perfection. This faith is attained by discharge of devotional service and by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram, Hare Hare.
which cleanses one's heart of all material dirt. Over and above this, one should control the senses. A person who is faithful to Krishna and who controls the senses can easily attain perfection in the knowledge of Krishna consciousness without delay. Here also Krishna is mentioning Achirena Adhigacchati. Achirena means immediately. What is that? Very soon. Achirena, very soon. Adhigacchati means attains. What he attains? Param Shantim. Param means topmost. Transcendental, here Prabhupada has translated into transcendental peace, spiritual peace, topmost peace. Once attained simply by understanding this transcendental knowledge. So when we speak of this transcendental knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita is, available to all the people across the world. This knowledge is easily available to the people. Anyone can go purchase or have Bhagavad Gita and gain this knowledge. This is the process one can understand Bhagavad Gita. Like lakhs of people they desire or they are reading Bhagavad Gita. Many people they say no, we are not able to understand what is there in Bhagavad Gita. It is very very tough and it is very difficult to understand what is there in the Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because this knowledge, this transcendental knowledge, what Krishna is sharing, cannot be acquired. Cannot be acquired. Just like, if we are intelligent, when we acquire knowledge, when we get educated in school or college, we can easily, get into the merit, or we can top, we can score highest in the class or in the batch because of our intelligence. But this is not applicable to this Bhagavad Gita. This knowledge cannot be acquired by our material abilities. How much ever expert we may be, how much ever intelligent we may be, but this knowledge we cannot acquire simply on the basis of our merit or on the basis of some intelligence. It is not possible. So what is the method? What is a way to acquire knowledge? Process is, this knowledge has to be given. This knowledge has to be given. How this knowledge has to be given? By serving a spiritual master, just like Krishna mentioned previously. When we serve Krishna or his bona fide representative spiritual master, we can acquire this knowledge. And by acquiring this knowledge, we can experience bliss and peace in our life. We can experience that. Once in a Gurukul, there was some annual, like we do annual function also. So in a Gurukul, there was some program, and because here system nowadays education system is more organized, more systematic, that they take a certain amount of fee in the beginning of the year itself. But in Gurukul, that is not the system. Whatever is your capacity, based on your capacity, you can go and give or present certain gifts or dakshina to the spiritual master or your guru. That was the system. So now here, this annual function or some kind of function has to be organized, where grand feast or grand elaborate feast has to be organized, and for that, the person who is leading this Gurukul or the guru, he need all the ingredients. So he asked all the children, all the students, that like this we are going to observe some program, and whatever you can bring from your home, please do bring as a dakshina so that we can conduct this program. So among all the kids, there was a one student who was not so rich. He was poor. He was not financially strong, belongs to a strong financially stable family or strong family. So he went back to his mother and asked, because mother was also widow, so asked mother that like this, Guruji is asking for dakshina or some present if we can give to him. So what I can carry. What is that? I can give assurance that this is what I am going to bring. He is asking us what all we can bring. So what assurance I can give? So mother is replying that, see, we are very poor. We don't have much money. You know very well. We are poverty stricken. But yes, there is one person, that Bhagwan, that Supreme Lord, He will definitely help you. He will definitely help you. So he was asking, what is his name? Where I can find him? So mother replied, that person name is Deen Bandhu. Deen means poor, Bandhu means friend. He is the friend of the poor. And you can, as soon as you call him, he will come to you. He will come to you. So he went into the forest, calling Deenabandhu Dada, Deenabandhu Dada. Mother told, he is your elder brother. So he addressed him as a Dada. Dada means elder brother. Deenabandhu Dada, like that, he started calling. After some time, a person came, none other than Krishna, because Krishna is known as Deenabandhu. So he came, and this child, this student, who is a student, he asked, like this, our Guruji is telling, you should bring something. So what you are going to give me, so that I can present it to my teacher. So this Deenbandhu, Krishna, he told, you can tell him I will bring curd. He said, okay. He went and he informed his teacher that I will bring the curd. So he would write it down, and the day when it came for the celebration of that function to observe, festival to observe, Krishna, again this child, he went and called for Deenabandhu. So Krishna, he came and presented him a pot of curd. And that pot was not so big in size, it was very small. So he also went and presented that pot to his spiritual master, to his teacher. Seeing that small pot, this teacher got disturbed, his entire planning was ruined. That with this much amount of small curd, what I'll do? It is good for nothing. So he took the pot and threw away. And when he threw away, he saw a miracle. Even though entire curd came out of the pot, fell into the ground, still pot is filled completely with the curd. Again he took out entire curd from the pot. Again the pot is filled with the curd. So he understood this pot is not ordinary. So here if we see just this small child, a small kid, having the faith in the words of his mother. With that faith, he could see Krishna face to face. Same way, when we place our faith in this transcendental knowledge in the scriptures, when we place faith means when we follow these instructions, we can experience or we can see Krishna face to face. We can experience his presence in our day-to-day life. That is very much possible. That is very much possible. So when we place our faith in Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, spiritual master, from whom we get this transcendental knowledge, we give the instructions, follow this knowledge. Shastras includes the knowledge of everything about Krishna. So when we place our faith in Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, Sadhus are the one which help us to follow those instructions. So it helps us to make advancement in spiritual life. Just like if you see, for example, that school admission only if we see. Suppose we are getting our child admitted into a particular school which is affiliated to CBSE board or any such authorized board. So we know that in that school they will teach 1 plus 1 equals to 2. We know very well. We have that much confidence, we have that much faith. Right? Same way, when we place faith in these scriptures and Krishna is mentioning previous verses. Anyone remember that in the past many have attained perfection? Which verse it is? By following this verse number 15. Can anyone read out the translation of verse number 16? Anyone is having Bhagavad Gita? Okay, I'll
All
read.
the souls in ancient times acted with this understanding and so attained liberation. Therefore, as ancients, you should perform your duty in this divine consciousness.
Yes. So Krishna is mentioning here all the liberated souls in the ancient times acted with this understanding. What is that understanding? Understanding of this knowledge. When they acted with this understanding, they have attained liberation. So that is the power of this knowledge. Just like in our day-to-day life, we place faith in so many things. Just like last month, around 250 passengers, 240 passengers, they placed a faith in particular aircraft, particular airline. They booked their tickets. They have the tickets, seat number, everything is there with them. They got seated into those particular seats. They have complete faith that this aircraft will take us to our destination, that is London. But what happened? Their faith was destroyed. So that is the difference. We place our faith in so many things other than Krishna. So always we'll be frustrated. Always we will be frustrated because we keep placing our faith in so many things other than Krishna. Just like a child is there, child wants some chocolates, some sweet candies, all these things a child is desiring for, and that child is not listening to the mother or to the father, but wants to eat sweets, candies or chocolates as much as that child can have. So what will happen? He will be frustrated with his health. He will suffer with his health. He may get cavities. His stomach may get upset. All those problems he may encounter. Whereas if he listens to his father very faithfully, he is in peace. He is in peace. Once a person, there was one party in the evening, and out of so much of temptation and so much of this thing, he ate a lot, different varieties of dishes, sweets, so much he ate, a lot, more than that of his capacity. So what happened entire night? He could not sleep properly because of his stomach is completely filled, and now it is paining because the stomach is so much filled with the food that now it is paining. Next day, he visited a doctor. Doctor also, a lot of patients are there in the queue. So he's waiting. Almost half an hour is over. Still patients are there. 1 hour over. After some time, his chance came. So he went inside the cabin of doctor, and still he is having pain. He's holding his stomach like anything with pain. You know, when it's paining, you hold your stomach, you keep your hand. So like that, with that, he is entering into the cabin of the doctor. So doctor, he inquired, diagnosed, pressed his tummy a little bit here and there, and just in 2 minutes, he mentioned one medicine, 6-lettered medicine, Rantac, and that too with very bad handwriting. And he mentioned that medicine and asked the patient that he can continue and he can deposit his consultation fees. Now here, that patient, that person may think, I'm having so much of pain, or he may even ask that I'm having so much of pain, I ate a lot, I waited a lot. After waiting, within 2 minutes, this doctor just 6-lettered medicine he has mentioned, that too with so bad handwriting. So he may question the authority of the doctor. What is your authority? That you have wrote this prescription. From where you have done your MBBS, or what qualification or what degree do you have? That you are guaranteeing or you are assuring that this medicine will help me to get better. I'll be alright after having this medicine. How can you assure this? Show me your qualification, and also prove me that this medicine or this composition of chemical composition can help me to get rid of this pain or this suffering. Prove me, then only I'll pay your consultation fees. A person may do like that. Whereas there is another case also. A same person may accept it with the faith that yes, this doctor has prescribed me the right medicine, and with the faith he may start consuming the medicine as prescribed by the doctor, or within a day or two he will get cured. Right? So that is one way. In fact, there is a study conducted by some group of doctors or scientists, which is known as placebo effect. That people, they were having certain problems, some medical problems, issues. So doctor gave medicine, and with the faith, these people, they have, took this medicine, and they were completely all right. And this medicine is nothing but placebo. Placebo is a neutral medicine. There is no, effect of it. It's just like a sweet candy. Like that, this medicine is. It's a completely neutral. But with the faith, when they took this medicine, they are completely all right. Whereas there are cases the doctor has given proper medicine to the patient, but patient doubted the authority, or patient has a doubt in his mind about the doctor or the medicine. He could not get cured. So faith plays very important role. So with the faith, only it is possible to acquire this knowledge. Even Rupa Goswami say, Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti Nishtha. With this small amount of faith, many a times, we doubt who has seen Krishna. We have not seen Krishna. All these scriptures are also might be mythological, may be true, may not be true. It's a myth, maybe a myth. So what is the authority of these scriptures? We cannot follow these scriptures. Someone may question like this. These scriptures are saying this. No, I don't believe so. But when we accept faithfully, so what happens? We can attain peace. Just like, suppose we are sitting in India, particular region, northern region we are sitting. So I may question that, okay, I am having some discussion with a person, and that person is mentioning something about US, that there is some nation by name US, United States of America, all that he may mention. So I may tell him that I don't believe that USA exists. What is the proof that you have that USA exists? He may tell, see, in newspaper there is a news of USA. I may tell him, this newspaper, what is the assurance of this newspaper? These newspapers are written by some human being. So how can I believe? Somebody might have cooked up some story, some fiction it might be. I don't believe that USA exists. So yes, anyone would like to share on what basis shall I believe that USA exists? How can I believe USA exists? Or all of you believe that USA does not exist?
Living there, it exists.
Huh?
Living there, it exists.
A little loudly, it's not audible clearly.
Living there, paying taxes, so I can say it exists.
You are saying no, but I don't believe in you that USA exists.
It's
You might
on
be
global
staying in
map.
some other nation and telling USA is existing.
It's on global map, Prabhuji.
It's on global map. Who has prepared this global map?
I'm human being.
Some human only know. Global map, I may also put a dot. And that dot, suppose that printer who has printed this global map, one spot or some ink has fall down onto that, and that is globally printed and available globally. So people may believe that is some to be at that island. That is also possibility.
History books mentioning Columbus found it.
The Columbus founded, history mentions, but history mentions it is in book. It might be some fairy tale story, just like Spider-Man. We see, I saw a movie Spider-Man. It was there on New York City. He was going through New York cities and all those things. But those people who are in New York, they are not seeing Spider-Man. So, like that, this history book might be fictional. Somebody might have thought and put up, write down in the history books some story they might have cooked up.
We have to have faith.
We have to have faith.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So we
Yes.
need to, yes, we need to have faith, but we can always inquire from those people who have seen US. So likewise, we can always put our faith on Guru who have seen the truth, who have realized the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So on the same lines, like people who have seen US, so we can trust there, we can place our trust there in the authorities.
But if you see that some people, on what basis I can trust them that they have seen the US?
So if they have got a credibility, then we will place our trust. If they do not
Yes.
have credibility, then we will not be able to place trust.
Yes, so very important thing here is authority. What is the authority? On what basis? Just like these scriptures are there, on what basis we can accept these scriptures? Because these scriptures are given by Krishna himself to all of us. So there is authority. Just like newspaper. You cannot print your own newspaper. You have to take a license from the government to print a newspaper. So there is some authorities involved to issue the license to print a newspaper. And on what basis authority is issuing license? That this certain person or certain company will produce newspaper with the authentic news. There are people who visit US, who have seen US. So they will carry, certain memories, certain photographs with them. By seeing that, oh, so and so place photograph is there on YouTube or internet. Yes, so and so place exists. Suppose Times Squares, yes, that exists. And you have clicked photo there, so I can also believe you because you have been there. Same way, when we place this faith in the words of a spiritual master, that's why Krishna is mentioning in 34th verse, Tadvidhi paripatena pariprashnena seveya. So with the faith, when we approach a bona fide spiritual master, when we inquire from him, get this knowledge from him, render devotional service unto him, then we can understand, acquire this transcendental knowledge. And when we have this transcendental knowledge, we can experience the peace. And how faith can be attained? This faith can be attained in the association of devotees. There is no other way. This faith has to be given. It's contagious. Faith is contagious. Just like cold or certain disease are contagious. Same way, faith is contagious. Same way, faith is contagious. Only in the association of devotees, one can get the faith in the holy name, in the Krishna. Then only it is possible. And this faith can be destroyed also. That's why one has to be very careful. This faith can be destroyed also very easily. How? This faith can be destroyed with the Kutanati. What is Kutanati? Anyone? Kutanati is basically finding the faults, finding the imperfections. That destroys the faith. So that's why it's very, very important. That's why there are 6 things that one should be careful with. Puja, Labha, Pratishta, Kutanati, Ahimsa. All these things one should protect himself, his bhakti. These things can destroy our faith in Krishna. Even though we may have chanted or we may have done devotional service for many years together, but just simple this Kutanati, finding faults or finding imperfections or making offense, can destroy our faith that we have acquired even life after life. One has to be very, very careful. One has to be very, very careful. This faith is something which has to be earned by the hard work. And what is that hard work? Hard work is devotional service. The more practical devotional service we perform, the more faith we may get. This Shraddha has to be earned. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti. So this is the process. With a small faith, whatever faith we may have, with that faith, when we associate with the sadhus, with the devotees, and engage in practical devotional service, bhajana kriya, what happens? Our anarthas will get washed away. When our anarthas are getting washed away, more faith. It's a cyclic process. We will get more and more faith. The more anarthas are destroyed, more faith we get. More anarthas, more faith. So like that it is. One such example of faith is of Shabri. When Shabri, his spiritual master, his Guru Maharaj, he was on deathbed and he was about to leave his body. That time, he mentioned to Shabri that soon Lord Ram will come, so you should make arrangement to welcome him. To welcome Lord Ram, he will come soon. Like that he mentioned, shared to Shabri, and he left the body. So hearing this, Shabri, she was very happy, she was very excited, making all the arrangements. Now she forgot to ask when he will come. After a year, after a month, after a week, after a decade, when he will come, she forgot to ask. So with a great faith, every day she is making this arrangement with same enthusiasm, with same determination that Lord Ram will come. And after 40 years, right? If I am correct, after 40 years, Lord Ram came. Continuously for 40 years, she is making arrangement every day. It's the same enthusiasm that my Lord will come today. Today my Lord will come. Today my Lord will come. Same enthusiasm she is making arrangement. So that's why this faith is the only thing that drives us. With the faith, we'll get determination to serve. So faith is the only thing that drives us. Many a times when we do devotional service, sometimes we don't feel like doing it. मन नहीं कर रहा है. I don't want to do. Right? But with whatever small faith we have, if with that faith, if we start doing or rendering devotional service, you will see that Krishna, he will reciprocate abundantly. He will give you the strength to continue. He will take care of you personally. Like, I have also experienced this. When I was serving my notice period, I left my job, I was serving notice period, and I think some 10-15 days were remaining for the notice period, and immediately after notice period, last date of notice period, that was the time I was supposed to join temple as a full-time devotee. So I'm seeing all the people around me and all those things are there, devotees are there. Every day I'm talking to them, all that is happening. Even, in fact, actually what happens when we render devotional service or when we perform bhakti, so there is a very, strong pull of Maya is also there. Maya will try each and everything to take you out of the bhakti. All kinds of reasons, everything she'll place in front of you. Doubts, so many things she'll place, Maya will place. So that you come out, you don't do this bhakti. So mind is the instrument which is in the direct control of Maya. So I was firmly convinced that yes, I have to join. Now my notice period has come to an end, and immediately after that I will join the temple. But 15 days before, my mind is completely disturbed. My mind is completely disturbed. I was doubting. Lot of doubts. Lot of doubts were haunting me. And that was the time I could not even share what is going on in my mind with anyone. So days together, 2 days, 3 days passed by. My mind is disturbed. There is no solace at all. Day and night, you feel disturbed. So like that, I was very disturbed. I remember one day, this instruction of Prabhupada came into my mind. That first you do it, then you will feel it. So, because joining temple, joining as a full-time is a little tough. Like you give all kind of independence to the extent that for small things, you have to depend upon your authorities. For the smallest of the things also. You have to financially, there's no security. You're completely financially also, you have given up your independence. You cannot even suppose It's not, we should not take it in a negative way. It's completely, if you see, it's a nice process and it is a complete dependency upon Krishna. Even suppose your health is not, you are not keeping well. So here in general, you can take a call, you can visit doctor, whatever you feel, you can do it. But in a temple, there is a different kind of atmosphere. You depend upon what your authorities, they are going to take decision. That decision you may follow. Yes, they also consider your this thing. There is no doubt in that way. Basically, if you see, with my personal experience, whatever happens, it all happens that you develop your dependency upon Krishna more and more. Because Krishna personally takes charge of the devotees. This I have experienced. So what happened? All these things were coming into my mind. For the smallest decision also, I have to give up my independence. I was feeling very insecure. Will I be able to do it? Such a big step of my life where I had a lot of ambitions. Can I continue? Is it the right decision? And the job I was having was wonderful job. Like a lot of people aspire for such job. I was thinking, is it the right decision I'm making? Kicking out this job, such a wonderful job, and giving up all independence and just, what I am doing, is it right thing? Like that, my mind was completely disturbed for 2-3 days. Will Krishna will take care? What will happen? All those things was there. So one day this, don't know from somewhere this came to my mind. Prabhupada instruction. Actually, once Prabhupada was going at some airport, and there one person, everyone paid obeisance to Prabhupada at the end, but one person was not paying the obeisance. He was standing like this, folding his hand, he was standing. So Prabhupada told him, why you are not paying obeisance? Like everyone is paying, why you are not paying? He said, I'm not feeling to pay obeisance. So Prabhupada mentioned, first you do it, then you will feel it. So same instruction came to my mind from nowhere, that first you do it, then you will feel it. So then with a lot of courage, I tried to gather the courage and I joined the temple. And after joining the temple, after I remember a month or so, I was very happy, I was very joyful, I was full with jubilation. There was no end to my jubilation. I was so happy that I have taken the right decision of my life. Taken the right decision of my life. And with that decision, Krishna, he personally holds, he takes charge of us and he continues. Same way, when we place such faith in Krishna, Krishna's instructions, in Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, you will see that you will be always happy and joyful. In Padma Purana, there is one shloka. Padma Purana, let me see which Purana. Mukam karoti vachalam, pangum langayate girim, yat kripatam bhande shri dina dharanam. By following or by placing the faith in the instructions of a spiritual master, even a lame person cannot walk. Lame person means he cannot walk. Even a lame person can cross over the mountains. A person who is dumb can speak very eloquently. Can speak just by placing a faith in the spiritual master and the Guru. By his mercy, he can move to the next verse. अज्ञानश्च श्रद्धधानश्च संशया आत्मविनश्यति नायं लोकोऽस्ति न परो न सुखं संशयात्मः. Wonderful verse. But ignorant and faithless person who doubt the revealed scripture do not attain God consciousness. For the doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next. So here Krishna is mentioning three kind of people. Ajnanas means ignorant. Ashraddhadhanas, those who are faithless. Samshaya Atma, those who are doubting. Samshaya means doubt. Atma means refers to a person or the self. A person who doubts, a person who is having no Shraddha, who is not having faith, a person who is ignorant. These three people, they cannot attain bhakti. They cannot be God conscious. For doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next. We'll read the purport quickly, then we'll try to understand. Out of many standard and authoritative revealed scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita is the best. Persons who are almost like animals have no faith in or knowledge of the standard revealed scriptures, and some, even though they have knowledge of or can cite passage from the revealed scriptures, have actually no faith in these words. See, such a wonderful thing Prabhupada has mentioned here. Many a times, we may be very well versed with the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita. Even you may come across various organizations, various institutes which help people to memorize the shlokas, to grasp this knowledge. They may be very well versed. They may be Pandita. But until and unless they have the faith in these words, they cannot experience peace, or they cannot even accept Krishna as Supreme Lord. I'll read out this, then I'll share more in detail. And even though others may have faith in scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, they do not believe in or worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. They may read Bhagavad Gita, all that they may do. Yes, it is a great literature, all that is there. But at the end, they understand, yes, Krishna is some mystic yogi, Yogeshwara, he is an extraordinary person. Like that, they may conclude, but they may not come to an end or to an understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that he is mentioning Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate. To that understanding, they may not come to. Such person cannot have any understanding in Krishna consciousness. They fall down. Out of all above mentioned persons, those who have no faith and are always doubtful make no progress at all. Men without faith in God and His revealed words find no good in this world nor in the next. For them there is no happiness whatsoever. One should therefore follow the principles of revealed scripture with the faith and thereby be raised to the platform of knowledge. Only this knowledge will help one become promoted to the transcendental platform of spiritual understanding. In other words, doubtful persons have no status whatsoever in spiritual emancipation. One should therefore follow in the footsteps of great acharyas who are in disciplined succession and thereby attain success. You know, this Arjuna, when he was having doubt, he was completely disturbed to the extent he was not ready to fight. He was ready to leave the battle and go away. He was ready to leave the battle. But as soon as he received this knowledge from Krishna, he is not only jubilant, he is ready to fight. Karishya vachanam tava. Whatever you will instruct, I will follow your instructions. Arjuna is ready to follow. He is filled with joy. Same way, now as Janmashtami is coming, this just came to my mind. You know, when Krishna he took birth, so he gave instructions. You know, there were prayers or conversation between Krishna and Devaki and Vasudeva. So Krishna gave instructions to Vasudeva that like this you should carry me to the Gokul, and from there you should get, just now Yashoda Maya, she has given birth to a girl child, you should replace me with that girl child and you should bring back that girl child. Now after giving this instruction, Krishna became, he was now a normal child who is not speaking at all. He is acting like a normal child under the influence of Yoga Maya. So what happened? This Vasudev, he didn't ask that, my lord, I am shackled in the chains. This prison house is completely bolted. How can I carry you? He didn't ask. He just heard the instructions from Krishna, and faithfully what he did, he carried Krishna in a basket on his head. As soon as he took Krishna into his hand, all the shackled were released. He was free from the shackled immediately. He got free from the shackled. And when he moved forward, the gate of the prison house was opened automatically. And as it was midnight, completely dark, Krishna was born in Krishna Paksha. Right? So in Krishna Paksha, what happened? On the 8th day, it will be dark. So it was dark. And heavy rainfall is there. But as without any doubt, he is moving forward, taking Krishna. So what he is seeing, automatically his way is brightened with the light. Automatically it is brightened. Then there is a heavy rainfall, but he is not experiencing any kind of difficulty. When he has to cross over Yamuna is flowing with the full flow. It's completely filled with water, very heavy flow. But as he is carrying Krishna, Yamuna got divided into two, and he could easily carry Krishna. So like this, with this kind of consciousness, we should accept Krishna's instructions. So you will see your path will be always filled with joy, filled with peace, filled with happiness. Anta Sukha you can experience. That kind of happiness you can experience very easily. Just like Vasudev, he didn't ask anything. He just, Krishna told you, take me there. He didn't ask, I am shackled, these things are there, this problem is there, that problem is there. Nothing he asked. He just followed what Krishna said. Same way with this intensity, when we follow Krishna's instructions, even though it may not be there in our ability, but you will see, you will come out with a great success. You will come out with a great success. Just like, in Odisha, there is a temple near to Jagannath Puri, only 20 kilometers away from Jagannath Puri, Alarnath temple. So that temple, daily a pujari is there. He is offering sevas to the deities, and those deities have a lot of significance. Those deities were personally worshipped by Brahma, personally carved by Brahma himself. So very old deities. So this pujari, he is offering all sevas every day, boga, everything he is offering. So one day he has to go to some other place, some other village for some work, but in their family no one is there to make offering or to serve the deities. So he asked, entrusted with all the responsibilities to his kid, and his kid was very small. I think his name was Madhu. He was very young, very small. So he instructed Madhu that you have to carry the bhoga will be prepared by your mother, offering will be prepared by your mother, and you have to carry and offer it to the deities Alarnath. So he understood, okay, I have to offer, I have to carry the food stuff, so bhoga offering, and I have to. So he carried and he placed those food offerings in front of the deities, and he asked the deities, you please eat. And this Madhu, he asked his father that I don't know how to chant mantras, you do so many things, mudra, this, that, mantra, I don't know anything. Then his father said, don't worry, you just place in the front of deities and request them to eat, they'll eat, and you bring plate back to the house or home. So he placed the deities, placed the offering in front of the deities, and he went and he was playing with his friends. After some time he came, he saw offering is as it is. There is no change. So he thought, okay, maybe Krishna may need more time to eat. Okay, I'll go back. He said, okay, you take more time, I'll go back and I'll play. I'll come back after some time. Meanwhile, finish the food stuffs. So he went back, again he is playing, again he came back, again it is as it is, and he became disturbed. See, you are not eating. My father, he told me to offer you these food stuffs. If you don't eat, then my father will scold me that I have not offered you food stuff. So better you eat. Please eat. Again I am going. I am requesting you, please eat. He left, again he went. And this time he came, he saw, oh, plate is empty. He took the plates and he went back and gave to the mother. Mother thought, oh, this is a naughty child. Maybe he might have eaten all the food stuff with his friends. Okay, mother also. Okay, koi nahi, jaane do, chodo. Next day also mother prepared, and they used to prepare, because it is a family, so they used to prepare very small quantity of offering, so that family, entire offering goes to family, and they are able to eat and satisfy their bodily needs. Next day also she prepared. Next day also he came with the empty plate. Mother asked, where all that food stuff is going? He said, Krishna is eating. So mother told, he has become naughty, he is telling lie. So she also, okay, koi nahi, chodo, jaane do, like that she thought. Third day, his father came back from his work. She narrated the entire incident, that from last 2 days we have not eaten anything, and your child is bringing back the empty plates. So father asked this kid, Madhu, where all this food stuffs is going? So Madhu told, you only told me that I have to offer this to Krishna. So Krishna is eating. So this time his father told, okay, today also you only offer. Better you only offer. I have some work. You go and you offer. So again he took the plates from the mother, and he went and kept those plates in front of Krishna, in front of deities, and requested, as usual, he requested Krishna, please come and have this food. So Krishna came immediately, because now this child from last 2 days is feeding, so there is some kind of bonding is there with this child. So Krishna is also coming, and immediately he started eating. And his father was standing behind a pillar just to see what is happening, because he was doubting that this Madhu is making some excuses. So he wanted to see what is happening in actual, what is happening. So his father was standing behind, the pillar, and he is seeing that Krishna, that who is there as a deity, he is eating. And his father immediately came out to stop. How can you eat? And Krishna, because he was holding, sweet rice, kheer, hot sweet rice, he was holding. And as soon as he caught hold of his hand, immediately that kheer, that sweet rice hot sweet rice fell on his hand and on his face. And immediately Krishna, became deity, and his face and hand got burned. Still on those deities, you can see those marks, burning marks are still there. Visible burning marks are there. So seeing this, he was repenting like anything. This Pujari now, he is repenting that since so many years, I'm serving you. Because earlier he thought, because that was the impulse, whatever is there in our mind, it will come as an impulse. Just like, we say at deathbed, we'll be able to remember Krishna. But at the time of death, if Krishna is not there in our mind, we'll not be able to remember at all. Same way, as an impulse, it came to him that how he can eat. He's a deity. How he can eat? It came to his mind, and with that mind, he tried to stop him. But when Krishna, he became a deity, he was like, what offense I have done? Since so many years, I was serving him. He never ever appeared in front of me. But this small child, he is eating from his hand, means he is offering and he is eating. So how great is this small child is? So that is the, if you see, even though we may be reading scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, this, that, so many things we may be doing back there at our place. But if we don't have this faith in Krishna, that yes, these words of Krishna are my life and soul, Krishna is there with me. If this kinds of faith we are not having in Krishna, we cannot experience peace in our life. We cannot experience peace in our life. Or will not be happy either in this world or either in this life or in the next life, as Krishna is mentioning here. See? Doubting soul, there is happiness neither in this world nor in the next. You cannot experience that happiness. To experience this happiness, if you believe or trust or have faith in each and every words of Krishna, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, you will see always you will be happy. Amidst of all the difficulties also, will be happy. So with this, we will end here. Yeah, one more thing. What happens actually? How this faith is contagious. We get this faith in association of devotees. In association of devotees, when we hear about Krishna, one can acquire this faith. So what happens when we hear about Krishna? All our illusions will break. And when illusions are break, we acquire this knowledge, illusions are break down. Then next what happens is Krishna advent or sit in our heart. Krishna personally come and sit in our heart. Our devotion will, go to that height that Krishna will come personally and sit in our heart. That is the Brahma Bhuta stage. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Mahasochati na Kanshati. Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhakti Labhate Param. When one attains that kind of devotion, one can experience this Brahma Bhuta stage. He will be Prasannatma, means always he will be joyful, always he will be happy. And this is what we all are aspiring for in our life. If you see, each and every one wants happiness. Even we devotee, what we want? We want happiness. We are going to Krishna, we are going to have darshan of Krishna, so that it gives a certain kind of happiness to us. We are serving Krishna so that we can be happy. But what happens? This material world, because all of us are there in this material world, sometime we place our faith in the material objects. That's why in previous verse, if you see what Krishna is saying, controlling the senses. What happens? Because we listen, because we are on the bodily concept of life, what happens? We listen to our senses and we place faith in the sense gratification. No doubt there is joy, there is a happiness, some amount of joy or happiness is there, even in sense gratification. Just like suppose you are in a desert. In a desert, there is no water, you are very thirsty. So suppose if a person he says, don't worry, you stay here only, means no need to move here, there, you're traveling so much. Every 2 hours or every 1 hour, I'll give you a drop of water. Don't worry, I'll give you a drop of water. You stay here only, no need to take so much of tension. You stay here and I'll give you a drop of water every 1 hour. So a person, for him, this might be he's traveling so much, he was roaming here and there in search of water. One day is over without water. He's roaming here and there in the desert. Now he has got this proposal. Without any hardships, without any struggle, he's going to get water every 1 hour. So he immediately accepted this proposal and he is days together every 1 hour, automatically he's getting 1 drop of water. Like that, 1 year is over, 2 years is over, 3 years is over. He is still at the same place. Same way in our life, many times we place faith in sense gratification because we are like, our condition in the material world is like we are beggars, pleasure beggars. We want happiness, we want pleasure in our life. So we are like beggars. Wherever we get small happiness or pleasure, immediately we want that. Immediately we want that. So like that, what happened? We place a strong faith and believe in the sense gratification. We get settled down in such a way that we are not now even having a thought that yes, nearby or somewhere there might be an oasis also. That idea does not strike to us. That if I may go 5 kilometers ahead, There might be an oasis. Let me take this risk. Let me take this risk. But what happened? We get settled down with this small pleasures of sense gratification in our life. That this path of devotional service does not appeal us. Does not appeal us. That's why Krishna at the end of Bhagavad Gita is mentioning initially this process is like a poison. At the end it is like a nectar. Initially there might be very hardships might be there, but at the end you will experience the nectar. Just like for a person who is stuck in the desert, initially he might have to take lot of hardships, but after certain time when he has reached to an oasis, he will experience the bliss, the nectar of his life. Same way, we should consciously, because Krishna is mentioning here, this senses, one has to subdue these senses, his senses, until and unless we consciously put efforts by taking out faith on sense gratification, sense pleasures, we cannot experience the transcendental bliss. It is not possible. To experience transcendental bliss, one has to subdue his put conscious efforts or endeavors, because life after life and because of this bodily concept of life, we have placed a lot of faith in sense gratification that yes, this will give me the happiness of my life. And we get settled down, the hunger of Brahma Jignasa, the hunger of self-realization, the hunger of real happiness in our heart dies. That's why it is very, very important for us to subdue the senses also. And with great faith, when we place our faith in Krishna's instruction, we can experience this happiness. With this, we'll end here. Anyone has any questions or anything to share or ask?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes.
There is one pastime which I read about Karma Bai, and she had as a child a complete faith. It's linked to the same theme, and she prepared khichdi, and one Lord did not come to eat the khichdi, so her parents had gone out and they said that you should eat only after Krishna has eaten. So she stayed hungry for the whole day, and then the next day again she prepared the bhoga, the khichdi for Lord Jagannath. Finally, when he saw a child hungry, he came and ate the bhoga, and that was the height of her faith that Krishna came to answer her prayer as a child. And then I think it's a famous pastime of Ma Karmabai and her khichdi.
Yeah, like that, there are a lot of pastimes.
Yeah.
Anyone has any questions or anything to share or ask?
No, Prabhuji, very, very wonderful session on this how to build faith, and a lot of good things we have learned today.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I forgot there's few more things to share. I'll just take 2 minutes, another 2 minutes, please. Just now it
Yeah, Prabhu.
came to my mind. You know, when there is a faith, all other qualities will follow. When you have faith, enthusiasm will be there. When you have faith, determination will be there. All these things will be there. And in subsequent verses or chapters, you will see how Krishna mentions about all such qualities. And all such qualities are possible only when we have faith in Krishna. So there is one nice story in this connection. I think in one of the purport also Prabhupada mentions that once there was one sparrow, and that sparrow, her eggs were, as it was on like banks of or on the shore of ocean. So her eggs fall down into the ocean out of some tsunami. Some tsunami came and eggs were washed away and were taken by the ocean. So for the sparrow, it was something which is very, very painful. Very, very painful. Just like for a mother, her kids, are taken away by someone is very, very painful. Same way that sparrow was going under tremendous pain. So she wants to retrieve her eggs back now. In pain, she took a vow. She requested ocean, Samundar Dev, to return her eggs back. But there was no change at all. So she, after repeated requests, there was no answer to it. So she took a vow. What vow she took? She took a vow. I'll empty the ocean. I'll until and unless I'll get my eggs, I'll take out the water from the ocean. So she started a small bird, sparrow, small in her beak. She's taking out the water and trying to empty the ocean. And in a small beak, how much water will come? Very small quantity of water will come. So she is trying, and this news is spread all across the bird community. Like that, there is a sparrow. She is trying to empty an ocean, and it reached up to a Garud Dev. Garud Dev, Garuda is the king of birds. So it reached up to the Garud Dev. Now Garud Dev, as soon as he heard his own sister, small sparrow, has taken such a strong vow, so he immediately came to that place, and he challenged Samundar Dev. Who is Samundar Dev? Anyone knows who is the demigod, who is the controller of ocean? No one knows, huh?
Varun Dev.
Yes, Varun Dev. He challenged Varun Dev that either you return her eggs back, or with my one flap only, I'll evaporate the entire water of your ocean. So immediately Varun Dev, he came out and returned the eggs back to the sparrow. So same way, as I mentioned, with the small faith, when we try to follow these instructions of Krishna, even though you may not have ability, but you will attain the success. You will attain the success, that is sure. There is no doubt about it. With small faith, if we follow the instructions of Krishna, follow the instructions of Prabhupada, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, we will attain success. Even though we may not have ability, but that success will be there. So that is the thing. With this, we'll end here. Okay. Any questions? We'll end
I
here.
have one question for next time.
Okay.
On the mode of goodness. I could not call you. Apologies, Prabhuji.
Sure, no worries. We'll
We
discuss
can
it.
cover mode of goodness. Thank you.
With this, we'll end here. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki
Jai.
Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.